right, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 34. No, sorry, that was last episode. This is episode 35. Way of the Ascetics by Colliandar. Ooh, this is a good one, folks. But first, the obligatory yada yada yada. First of all, huge thank you to all my patrons, Anthony, David, Doug, Father James, JP, and John. Your continued support helps the show in ways you cannot begin to imagine. If you would like exclusive content, both audio and video, prayer services, reviews, odd tidbits, patristics, head on over to Patreon and prayerfully consider supporting the show. Also like to thank a couple of friends of mine. First of all, Orthodox Unlimited, who are now making Orthodox activewear. So that's pretty cool. You can find their link below, along with St. Innocent Press, who's been a great supporter of the show. New Rome Press, also another fantastic supporter of the show, and I'm a supporter of both those presses, of course. And the artist who created my new artwork, Orthodox Artist, on Instagram, and I'll leave their handle down below as well. Anyway, great. So now we've got that out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes. I love this book, and it shows. I read it once or twice. Anyway, let's get the basics out of the way. This was originally written in 1960 and published in 1985 in the English by St. Vladimir Seminary Press, as you can see. It was translated by Katherine Frere. The intro to both the original 1960 and the 1981 English intro was written by Kenneth Leach. And it, like most trade paperbacks, it's constructions, what you would expect. It's got a good thick glue on the binding. The text, very easy to read. I will admit, I'm not the hugest fan of this font, but it works when spaced correctly. Anyway, okay, so here's the deal with this book. When people ask me about it, I call this spiritual boot camp. It's a book to be read slow. What's the best way to put this? Okay, so what Tito did was he took the teachings of the Holy Fathers, and there is a litany of, the greats that they actually also list in the back that he drew from. And what it is, it works out to be like a catechetical work. It's not a book you jump around in, because in each section of the book actually leads into the next one, almost like it's a course. So this is, I would not recommend this book for someone that's just learning about the faith, but really someone that's at least been chrismated and brought into the church before they start reading something like this. Because what it does is it takes your regular catechesis, and then it kind of takes the ascetic works of the Holy Fathers and kind of ramps that up. And like I said in my last video, the smaller the book, the heavier the content. And this is a heavy book. It's not something you read in one sitting. I mean, some people do. I can't. Every time I've read this book, it's a chapter at a time, and each chapter is only a few pages long, but that's all you need. Imagine it like the ascetic homilies of St. Isaac the Syrian, only tinier. Yeah, but it's definitely, you want to read it front to back in sequence. Now, as for the list of fathers, all the greats are in there. And they're not direct quotes either. What he does is he bases his work on their writing. He doesn't really say anything super striking that it's like a great revelation, but really it's a gateway into applying the ascetical practices of the Holy Fathers to your day-to-day spiritual struggle. So I'm going to read the list for you. In semi-alphabetical order, you've got Ambrose of Optina, Andrew of Crete, Anthony the Great, Basil the Great, Dorotheus of Gaza, Ephraim the Syrian, Hezekias of Jerusalem, Isaac the Syrian, Abbot Isaiah, John Chrysostom, John Climacus, Macarius of Egypt, Nicetas, Stethilados, Theophan the Recluse, Theophylact. They're all in here. No direct quotes, really not too many, but imagine if all those fathers got together and slapped a book together. Tito Colliandar has done just that. You want something off the beaten path for Lent. You want something heavy but not heady. Are you just done with the ladder of divine ascent and you're looking for something basic, something down to earth, something written for us, for the laity? Way of the Ascetics is the way to go. It's not pretentious, it's not accusatory. It is, for all intents and purposes, a textbook for the ascetic life. At any rate, we're going to leave it at that. I'm trying really hard to make these videos a little shorter so that people aren't getting bored by the end. Once again, Spooky Cat is keeping vigil on the chair. So she's doing a great job over there. At any rate, thanks for stopping by and taking a very brief look at this book. As always, questions and comments are encouraged in the section below. Let's see, what am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Well, like I said before, these are introductory notes on books and not necessarily scholastic reviews. I have no formal education and I'm not very smart. So at any rate, yeah, go get this one. I think it's like $12, something like that. I think it's they used to remember back in the day when like you would have a price by the ISBN. Those were the days, let me tell you. Anyway, link for the book below, all links below. Thank you so much for your support and stopping by to spend a few minutes with poor old Raphael and struggle well during Lent 2020. Pray for me. I'll try to pray for you as much as I can. And don't forget to go to church, say your prayers, and remember God. God bless.